Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you will be fine and enjoying your good health. Students, this is your English lesson, and in this lesson, we are going to do unit number 4 Variety Entertainment from your Oxford Modern English. So, you are supposed to open your book page number 38 and read the unit with me. First of all, we will read words to know. Number 1 word is announcement, and the meaning is a statement giving people information or news. Number 2 word is audience, and the meaning is the people who have gathered to see or hear something. Number 3 word is crescent, and the meaning is a curved shape. Number 4 word is embarrassed, and the meaning is uncomfortable or ill at ease, ashamed. Number 5 word is explode, and the meaning is to burst or blow up. Number 6 word is glower, and the meaning is to look hard at somebody in anger. Number 7 word is interrupt, and the meaning is to stop a speaker in the middle of his her speech, to disrupt. Number 8 word is marvelous, and the meaning is excellent, wonderful. Number 9 word is pop song, and the meaning is a popular modern song. Number 10 word is terrier, the meaning is a type of dog. Number 11 vanish, and the meaning is to disappear. Number 12 word is variety, and the meaning is a collection of different things. Now come to the reading. 3 weeks before the end of term, Mr. Khan called the class together. Now quieten down, children, and listen carefully. He said, I have an important announcement to make. The children of class 4 crowded around their teacher. He is going to scold us, whispered Daniel. Scold means to speak to someone in an angry way. I doubt, said Feroz. Doubt means feeling of uncertainty. I think it's good news rather than bad, suggested Maham. How do you know? Asked Ali, the shortest boy in the class. He is smiling, said Maham. If it was bad news, he wouldn't be smiling, would he? Said Mr. Khan loudly and glowered at the talkers. Glowered means to look very angry. Maham smiled like an angel. Ali pretended to be thinking. Pretended means assumed. And Daniel became suddenly interested in something caught in his sleeve. When the children were quiet, Mr. Khan announced, in a couple of weeks there is to be a variety entertainment in the large hall. Students, in the beginning of the unit, the teacher is addressing to the class. He is going to tell them something. All the students are eager to listen him. And the teacher is telling them that there is going to be a variety entertainment in the large hall. Great, shouted Ali excitedly. Excitedly mean in a very eager manner. I like entertainments and magic shows. And Mr. Khan stared at him with a look that could kill, so he stopped talking. As I was saying before I was interrupted, continued Mr. Khan, the headmaster wants class 4 to provide this year's entertainment. You will all have to think hard about what you are going to do for the show. The next day, Mr. Khan asked the children what they had planned. One by one, they told him their ideas. Sadia was going to dance. Maham and Hania were going to do a mime. Mime means use only gesture and movement to act out a play or role. Yasir, Feroz and Anjum were going to sing a pop song. Daniel was going to read a poem. Moin, Atif and Sara were going to perform a shadow play. They all had ideas of what they wanted to do. Only Ali remained silent. Silent, quiet. Now they are telling about what they are going to do on that special day. And what are you going to do, Ali? Asked Mr. Khan. I shall do some magic, replied Ali. I hope you know some good tricks, his teacher warned. Warned me, informed someone in advance of a possible danger. Don't get up there and make a fool of yourself, boy. I'll think of something, said Ali softly. 2 weeks later, the children were busy behind the stage. The large hall was full. There were pupils from the other classes, members of staff, parents, and guests in the audience. All the seats were taken. There was a loud murmur. Murmur means a low, continuous background noise. There was a loud murmur of excited voices in the audience and great excitement behind the curtain too. Excitement means feeling of happiness. The lights dimmed. Dimmed mean made less bright. And the hall was plunged into darkness. Plunged mean jump quickly. The curtain rose and the show began with Sadia's dance. The show went very smoothly. The audience clapped and cheered. Cheered means shouted for joy. And all the performers did a great job. At last, it was Ali's turn. Everyone clapped as he walked onto the stage, wearing a green robe. Robe means a long, loose outer garment reaching to the ankle, and a tall, pointed hat painted with stars and crescent moons. He looked like a real magician. But what was he going to do? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, said Ali. Tonight I am going to perform a vanishing trick. I am not going to make a coin disappear. I am not going to make an egg disappear. No, I am going to make my dog Smokey disappear. Everyone cheered loudly. Ali took a large sheet from the table at the back of the stage. He waved it about to show it was only a sheet. Waved means move one's hand as a signal. Has the dog gone up in smoke already? Shouted someone from the audience. Ali smiled. Then he went to the side of the stage and called out, Smokey, Smokey, come here, boy. But no dog appeared. Come here, Smokey, shouted Ali again. The audience laughed. Ali left the stage and reappeared carrying a small terrier in his arms. Terrier is a type of a dog originally bred to hunt vermin. This is Smokey, announced Ali, and he is now going to be made to disappear. Ali held the dog in his arms with some difficulty. Smokey wriggled and turned. Wriggled means twist and turn with quick movement. Ali placed the sheet over the dog and held the bundle tightly. He reached for his wand on the table, and as he did so, the dog leapt out from under the sheet. Smokey barked at the audience and then ran and hid under the table at the back of the stage. The audience could not see Smokey because he was hidden behind a tablecloth. How they laughed! Ali did not mind. He pulled Smokey out from under the table and once again placed the sheet over him. He reached for the wand and again Smokey jumped from his arms and ran under the table. This time the audience roared with laughter. Roared mean make a long deep sound. Some magic trick, shouted one of the boys from class 6. Why don't you disappear? Cried another, and the audience giggled. Giggle means laugh lightly and repeatedly in a silly way. Ali looked worried and a little embarrassed, but was this part of his act? As you can see, he said bravely, it is very difficult trick. Ali crawled under the table with his sheet and came out with a wriggling bundle. Wriggling mean to twist your body. Wriggling bundle. He held on to it more tightly this time and managed to take the wand in his left hand and wave it around the sheet. Abracadabra, hocus pocus, retmata, potato, matato, toodle, oh, he shouted and then flung the sheet up in the air. The audience gasped in surprise. The sheet floated gently down to the stage, but there was no dog to be seen anywhere. Amazing! Well done! Cried the audience and applauded loudly as the curtain came down. Applauded mean showed praise by clapping. When the bell rang the next day and the children went into their classroom, Mr. Khan congratulated them on a marvelous show. Ali said, Mr. Khan, your trick was just great, but tell us how you did it. It was magic, said Ali with a shy smile. No, tell us, Ali, tell us, cried the others. Well, what happened was this, explained Ali. Before the curtain went up, I put some of Smokey's favorite biscuits under the table. I showed Smokey where they were. When I carried him on to the stage, I did not hold on to him too tightly. I allowed him to jump out of my arms twice and run under the table. When I went to get Smokey for the third time, I only pretended to put him under the cloth. He was still under the table, munching biscuits. Munching means to eat something steadily and often audibly. This time Ali received a loud cheer from his classmates. He looked so pleased. Thank you for listening.